Hello and welcome everybody to episode 78 of Late Arrivals.
That
Uh
is the 78 you say?
yes.
We don't have
Yeah.
any players for 78.
I mean Gage
Really?
Alexander does wear it in camp though, so we'll just say it's
Yeah.
his.
Yeah, that's a good answer. But yeah,
Who? Who'd you say?
78.
Gage
Oh
Alexander.
yeah, I just said that. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, it is Thursday, March 7th.
it is Thursday. One more
NHL
day till
trade
Friday.
deadline, NHL trade deadline eve.
Should we name this one the outdated one? Just knowing
Yeah,
that
right.
something's gonna happen, knowing our
Something
luck.
will happen. Yeah. I'm hoping, like we've talked about, I'm hoping something happens while we're live here. To my left here, I actually have the What Chaos 24-hour trade deadline stream going on right now on YouTube.
I tried to watch it, but they
Um,
were like talking about coffee and shit, and it's like I don't care.
Dude, they need to fill 24 hours. They
I don't
gotta do
care.
something.
I'm not listening to
Th-
people talk
They're
about coffee.
they're playing Bop It right now. It's pretty great. There's some good content going on over there. Sean painted Anthony a first look of Anthony Duclair in a Tampa Bay Lightning jersey because he did get traded.
Is he?
But
Did
yeah,
he?
anyway, let's get this show on the road. Let's start talking about some Duck stuff.
Because we definitely have a lot to talk about, a lot to cover.
Yeah.
We'll say it now. We're not, as much as everyone wants to know our thoughts on the Jacob Perreault trade earlier. We will be limiting ourselves to only talking about some of the bigger trades that have happened, just for sake of not having to read every single one. But thankfully for us, GMs are already being silly before the deadline, so
Yeah.
there is stuff to talk about. Where it's not like we're waiting for everything to happen on deadline day, which I feel like hasn't happened in a while. It's been a
Yeah.
couple years since we've had like this much activity before Friday.
Well,
Yeah.
it seems like it's happened every year. Like all the big trades happen like
Just
before the actual deadline day.
just let me have my moment here, Lou.
Well, I'm just correcting. Sorry.
But before we get into everything around the league, we actually have Ducks wins, multiple to talk about.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We had 4 games. We had 4 games that we had to cover here. Ducks won 3 of them. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty
Hasn't
crazy.
happened since probably late October, maybe early November.
Easily. I do miss the October Ducks, that's for sure. That was a funny team, or a funny team. It was spooky season, that's why. They're only good during the spooky season times.
Spooky season.
Well, we
Yeah.
had consecutive wins against San Jose and New Jersey, which were, I mean, I knew they were going to beat the Sharks. But the New Jersey game, I didn't have high hopes for.
That
Notably,
was a wild game.
Carlson was hurt in the Sharks game, which, because of course, it's
Mhm.
just the theme of the season. If you score too much or you're doing too well for more often than 2-3 games and you're under the age of 21, you're going to be hurt.
No, it's always
Yep.
it's always they always get hurt when somebody comes back. And
That too.
Trevor Zegras is almost coming back, and
So it's
look
just
what
the
happened.
universe balancing things is needed.
Yeah.
It
But
did
apparently,
help.
sorry,
No, good.
Mason McTavish and Trevor Zegras were skating today.
In
They
full
were.
gear per
Huh?
Derek Lee.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was an optional skate.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's good news at least.
Very good news.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
they
Ducks the Ducks Sharks game 6-4 final for the Ducks. That was wild.
They didn't
Let me
really
look
look
back
that
and see.
good, but the
Jake
Sharks
had a
are worse.
5-4. Jake had a 5-4 win, Lou 3-2, and I had a 4-3 overtime win. So we definitely definitely didn't see it, see the Ducks scoring 6. Jake got the closest though.
freaking
With his
Lundestrom getting the empty netter.
yeah.
Evil and BS.
Oh, they followed up the goal party with scoring more goals against New Jersey, but also giving up every shot underneath the sun. But thank God for Luke, for
Lucas
Dostal and net.
Dostal. Yeah.
That boy do be nice.
New
Stop
Jersey just needs a goalie bad.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah,
goaltending
they're trying to get
is
Markstrom.
just seeing their goaltending live. It's painful. I feel bad for our Devil friends.
So we got a Max Jones goal in that game, a Frank Vetrano goal, one away from 30. Chris Drury, if you're listening, he's almost there. Give us a
Frank
first round
Vetrano
pick.
knocked off the net at the last second, and they had a penalty shot at the last second.
I saw
That
that
was actually
notification and I was like,
yeah.
you guys can ask Heather. I very loudly, middle of the day, was like, they're about to fuck this, aren't they? And I'm pretty
That
sure
was
our
wild.
neighbors heard because I was a little upset. But hey,
Yeah, that
it doesn't matter. They won.
that was a wild way to finish the game.
Lucas
And
Dostal
Dostal's
played
reaction.
Yeah, he played that perfectly, and his reaction
Yeah,
was.
his reaction, his celebration to that save was just awesome.
And they
it's
asked
almost
him
like
like,
he. No, go ahead.
they asked him after the game, his thoughts on it, and he's like, I see that shootout play every day in practice because Trevor Zegras and Mason McTavish and Leo.
McTavish.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he was prepared for it.
It's funny because he like celebrated, and it's almost like he thought that save was the win, but there were still like 2 seconds left.
Yeah,
They still had to drop the puck, but that was fun. Vetrano had 2 goals. Henrique was scoring like crazy these last few games for him.
We say was because we'll get to that in a sec.
Was
was.
But yeah, Dostal 52 saves. I mean, the Ducks got outshot 55-23. That's just crazy. Frank Vetrano, let's see, I put in the notes here. Frank Vetrano opened the scoring with his 50th goal in a Ducks uniform and became the 5th fastest player in franchise history to reach that mark.
That's pretty cool, though. He hasn't even been here 2 seasons. And he already has 50 goals.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So 5th fastest. He did it in 141 games with the Ducks. He's
good.
behind Peter Sikora, who did it in 135. Bobby Ryan did it in 119. Paul Correa in 106, and then Teemu Selanne with 86. To round out that list, Getzlaf did it in 164. Henrique did it in 177, and Perry also did it in 177.
Nice.
Yeah. And that wasn't the only crazy thing in that Devils win, the win against the Devils. Dostal set a Ducks record for most saves in a win, as he stopped 52 of 55 shots.
I think
And
he broke
also
his own
prevented
record, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Prevented the Devils from scoring a game-tying penalty shot goal in the final 3 seconds of regulation. Most saves in a win by a rookie goalie since 1955-1956 season. Dostal with 52 came in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
It's got to be a record. Like some goalie that saw like 90 shots or some shit.
The record holder is Mike Palmateer, if that's how you say it. He played for the Leafs, and that was in 1977. He made 56 saves.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, people play to. I can't. Oh my god, people pay to see Lucas Dostal.
We don't need to get into that because that was
that was
kind
a
of
whole
stupid.
Thing.
Yeah. Devil's Twitter, knock it off.
I mean, I get the people that are saying it's taken out of context because it is, but at the same time,
it is,
like it's just the internet being the internet. It's jokes at the end of the day. Just
be better.
Breathe, put the phone down, and
be better.
Touch grass as always.
Be better.
Speaking of stupid things, I'm not gonna lie. I am very appreciative for you letting me go to the game, Lou, and sit in your seats. But the Ducks are they're being very stupid. That kind of game was hard to watch.
Jesus.
I try not to coach from the stands.
Mhm.
But there were a couple plays where I was looking at Ryan and I'm like, he's gonna try and do this, and they're gonna just stand there and stop it. It happened a good
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 times in that game.
Jesus.
But I will say, to not be completely negative, only losing the Canucks by 2 is definitely an improvement. Will that last? Because we do play them, I think, another 2 times at least, or we play
At
them at least
least,
once
yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Um, they didn't look great, but they also are missing a good deal of players, so can't really be too harsh. Lou, I
Yeah.
think your mic is either muted or
Oh, you sound robotic.
they're bad.
Uh, talk.
Does it sound bad still?
Doesn't sound.
Sounds okay now.
Okay. It
Um.
could just be it messing up. It does that every now and again.
Let's see. I was gonna see when we play the. Yeah, we play the Canucks one more time, March 31st.
Defensively, I thought they played okay.
Yeah, they didn't give up too many like really bad chances. I mean, Dostal was still really good.
Yeah, Lucas was good. No Mason McTavish. He got injured in the Devils game. Apparently on a celebration on the first goal for the Ducks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Apparently got like tackled or something and
Yeah.
hurt his foot.
Yeah, stop
So the
attacking
winning
his
streak was
ankles.
fun.
So
The
they're
winning
so
streak.
they're getting injured celebrating now.
Yeah, I mean that's the kind of season that they're having.
Yeah.
But yeah, the winning streak was fun. It was 2 games. Um,
One
yeah, there
last
was
night,
there
that's all that
was
matters.
there was not much there. Killorn had a nice goal. But yeah, I
He's
had
been
a
hot
hard time
lately.
I had a hard time watching on TV, so I can't imagine Jake seeing it live. But for the Ducks to be outshot 31-18, that's pretty disgusting. Not the best, but to hold the Canucks, who are one of the best teams in the league right now, to only 2 goals is pretty cool.
Yeah. They played defensively.
Yeah,
Sound, kinda.
like I said, it wasn't so much the fact that like
Well, you're
it
robotic again.
oh shit.
Well,
Anyways, while he's fixing that up, Alex Killorn has some cool celebrations, I think. I've
yeah,
noticed. He
yeah,
he gets he gets hyped.
he does. I remember talking about it last week too, where that one goal he scored, he kind of did like a Kessler type.
Yeah, the two
Uh,
arms. The woo.
Yeah, like that was really nice. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been pretty decent lately.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
But
I don't know.
I'll cut
Talk.
this out, but or at least attempt to. Does it sound good?
still a little wonky.
I'll fuck with it. You guys go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, so let's see. After the Canucks game,
It was last night.
hold on. I want what did we guess for the Devils game? Jake said it was gonna be a 6-2 loss. Lou, you said 5-3 final. I said a 4-2 loss. So the Devils game definitely surprised us. And then the Canucks game, Jake said a 4-2 loss. Lou said 3-1 final, and I said a 4-1 loss. And Lou was like an empty netter away from getting the Canucks game right.
Bastards.
That happened to me last night actually with the Senators. So we'll go into the Senators game. The Ducks won that one 2-1. It was also a weird game. The Ducks follow up their 18-shot game with a 16-shot game against the Senators, but they were able to flip the score on this one and win it 2-1. I said it was kind of a slow burn. It was weird. The first 2 periods were very iffy for me. Like the
What
third
game are we
period, I
talking
feel
about?
like the Sens.
Oh, I have a story.
Oh, you have a story.
So it was raining yesterday all day. Pain in the ass to get to the arena. Took us longer than usual because people don't know how to drive in the rain. When we got to our seats and sat down, we looked to the right, and all of a sudden there was just water pouring down from the ceiling, like right near the where the banners are, like the Paul Correa, Timo Swanee, Scott Niedermayer ones,
Yeah.
and like it was like a steady stream of water, and it
It was a
just
pretty healthy
continued.
stream.
Yeah, like it would stop for like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden it would just start leaking again.
Jeez.
And apparently, there was multiple spots around the arena where it was leaking. So, Samuel, you might need to update your roof a little bit.
Need the Flex Seal.
Yeah. I sent out a video yesterday, but I deleted it because a bunch of Kings fans were starting to like retweet and like it, and I just
Oh, really?
yeah, I didn't want to deal with that, so I deleted it.
Kings fans always gotta ruin it.
Yeah.
Do I sound okay?
Sound a little better, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I hope so, because we have a live trade.
We have a live trade.
LeBron just said, "Oh yeah, trade call just added Jake Hansel is the Carolina Hurricane."
Woo!
It is funny because Servalli and Pagnotta are having
Oh,
it
you're
off right
robotic
now.
again. I'll read the Pierre LeBrun says conditions on the 2024 first round pick dealt to Pittsburgh in the Gunsil deal. If Carolina does not make the Stanley Cup final in 2024, will instead receive Philadelphia's second round pick in 2024, previously acquired by Carolina. I don't know if anyone else got traded.
I heard some names were thrown, like other names were thrown.
Yeah,
in there,
Michael Bunting was,
Bunting,
but I'm
yeah,
not seeing
Bunting.
it. And Pierre LeBrun looks like the only one that is reporting on it.
Dude, I'm so happy Gensel's a Hurricane. I was hoping for that so hard. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a fun spot for him.
Yeah, I think that should be a lot of fun. That Hurricanes offense, man. Oh man, that's gonna be cool. I'm glad that one got finished because that's been like talked about since what, like 2:00, 3:00 today or something. It's been an ongoing thing for quite a while tonight. So I'm glad that got finished. So where were we on the Senators? Yeah. So you were talking about the wonderful
the leakage.
the
leakage.
The healthy stream of water. But yeah, Ducks 1-2-1. Dostal once again was outstanding. 29 saves in the win.
Yeah,
Ducks were outshot
first
30-16. You got the first star, Dostal, yeah.
Lucas, yeah.
He is really like, I mean, he's always shown signs of being like the guy. And of course, with a goalie, it's going to take a little bit longer to actually show it on the ice and stuff. The dude has been awesome.
I'm of the belief that you keep John Gibson and just for his contract if he continues to play this way and just have that badass goalie tandem. Don't have to worry about goaltending.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. The only thing that would be difficult is when this team finally turns the corner here and they're thinking playoff hockey. I don't think it's a great idea to go into the playoffs with two starting goalies. It usually never works out, but that's down the road. That's something that we don't have to worry about, really. I mean, sadly, for another couple seasons.
Maybe next season if everything checks out, but
maybe
probably 2 years away.
Do I sound okay now?
Yes.
Okay, I plugged into a different part of my computer. I think it's because I had it plugged into like an extension and not like
okay.
the actual computer itself.
That's
yeah, you
nice and
sound
crisp.
a million times better.
Well, I know for next week now, so we avoid these fucking technical difficulties.
We were just talking about the leaky roof.
I mean, I could hear you guys. I heard the
Oh.
leakage. I just
The leakage.
The
just
leak-
I
healthy
couldn't
stream.
speak.
Last night though, they didn't really do much offensively, but I thought they did okay defensively.
With the lineup that
With
was dished out
you
too,
couldn't
it
you
wasn't
just
too
couldn't
bad.
expect much from that lineup.
No.
But what does that say about Ottawa? They couldn't beat that. That was a
Yeah,
preseason
that's
lineup that the Ducks trotted out last night. I mean, that's what it was.
honestly,
It was a
honestly, they,
preseason lineup.
yeah. Without, I mean, we're without
Trevor
Zegras,
Zegras, Mason
McTavish, Troy
McTavish,
Terry.
Leo. Yeah, Troy Terry, Leo Carlson.
Yeah. My God.
They went 11-7. Every defenseman played
11-7.
last night.
I forgot who tweeted this. I think it was from someone from Crash the Pond. I can't remember.
When you're
But
done
they
with this
said,
thought, we have the full against the trade.
Oh, do we? Okay.
"Ooh, okay." But they said that it's nice for the Ducks to go 11-7 because they have to, because they're shorthanded, and not because the coach just feels like doing it one night. Because I felt, you know how many 11-7 games we had under Aikens, and it was just painful to watch. But go ahead with the full. Gensel deal.
So, judging by all of the reactions in the comments, the Penguins kind of got just run through the ringer here. So
They got shown
Pittsburgh
to 50 states.
trades Jake Gensel 25% retained, and Ty
Mhm.
Smith to Carolina in exchange for Michael Bunting, Vili Koivunen, Vasily Ponomarev, Cruz Lucius, Carolina's first round pick this year, which has that condition, and then Carolina's fifth round also with the condition.
Did you say Cruz Lucius?
Yeah.
That's a name.
What a
That's what
name.
LeBron's tweet says. Cruz
Dude,
Lucius.
that name rocks.
Is
but
he
yeah,
related to Chaz Lucius?
the first tweet says Carolina fleece, wow, and then the second one is Jake Gensel signs with Columbus in free agency.
Yeah, Pat, get on the phone. Try to trade Frank, please.
You think it's, well, we'll get into that, I guess, in a second here. But
Yeah.
And also, David Pagnotta and Frank Cervelli are fighting on the Bird app.
are they really? Oh, I'm
yeah,
missing that.
because Pagnotta was saying that one of Carolina's top prospects was going to be in it, and then Saravalli like a minute later tweeted that he wasn't going to be in it. So I mean,
Yeah.
sadly that means
Did you-
Frank's right, but
Did you see the back and forth from Elliot Friedman and Darren Dreger?
Yeah, they were
Kind of like the shade being thrown back and forth at each other. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah,
That's
why
why
it
it brings out
that
the
was
best
weird
in everybody.
yesterday.
that's
That
what
was
I
weird.
love about trade deadline season is there's always like the one guy. I mean, it's not always Pagnotta, and it just so happens to be him more often than not.
Yeah, he's
You
always
have-
wrong in trades.
You have
I
the
feel
one
like.
guy that's wrong and just gets bullied on Twitter. Like every time I've checked Pagnotta's mentions today, it's been like, dude, you're washed.
God.
Say what you want about Frank, but he at least gets like this kind of stuff right.
Lately, he has, outside of his own opinions, he at least has corroborated.
Yeah, when he's like
sources.
reporting on facts, he's usually right. But when he's just talking out of his butt, not so much.
It's usually not good.
Yeah,
I,
John Gibson will never play a game for the end.
did you tweet about McKenzie, Chris, or was that someone else I saw? Someone
Might
said
have
they
been someone
missed
else.
Bob McKenzie just dropping a random bomb.
I think that
during
was
the week.
CJ.
Might have been
yes.
CJ.
I think it was
Um,
CJ.
Okay.
I do miss Bob because
I do.
Bob's would just come out of nowhere and just
Mhm.
set everything on fire. Like I
Yep.
feel like Friedman has kind of the reins on that now. He was bestowed the
Yeah.
title of bomb dropper,
Yeah.
trade wise.
Is Bob retired?
He is, yeah. He comes
It was
out of
nice-
retirement every now and again to do like World Junior stuff
And like draft
stuff.
stuff. Yeah. He was on TSN tonight. He was on the panel for Sabres Leafs, I believe. Intermission, I saw him. It was nice hearing him speak about different things that are going on and possible trades and what teams need and all that. So it's always nice when he comes around.
Yeah.
I do want his margarita to
Margarita.
be sold in the States.
It's still not. It's not still in the
Well,
not
it
in the
might
United
be.
States.
It might be, but it might only be like a certain state. I want to say it was like in one location.
Probably
needs
the
to-
states near to Canada. I would guess.
somewhere in the Northeast, probably.
Yeah. Like
But yeah,
fucking
let's
Vermont
get
or
that Bobby
something.
Margarita stuff in
Um,
Arizona and California, please.
Pittsburgh also retains 25% of Jake Gensel's contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice haul
All right.
for them though.
Hurricanes, man, let's go.
So
Some playoff chaos.
randomly, there's a Senators writer from the Hockey Writers saying that he's hearing that the Kings are shopping Pierre-Luc Dubois.
What?
I
Is
don't know who this man is, so
yeah, I'm hesitant on that because I'm hesitant on believing that.
I mean, I'm guessing because they're playing Ottawa right now. Maybe that's why he's just tweeting nonsense. But
maybe.
At the end, he does put Boston has kicked tires. Just this is going to be the MK Walters tweet of this year. This account will not exist after tonight.
Yeah, whatever happened to the MK Walters?
He never came back. He tweeted that. It got shut down and he disappeared.
What did he tweet exactly? I forget.
He tweeted that Patrick Laine to Anaheim was a done deal. Just no context, no this is what's what's happening, and just was gone. He disappeared into the cornfield, never to return. I'm bookmarking this tweet because if it disappears in the morning, man, I know it's fake, but holy shit! Like if
apparently David Pagnotta is tweeting through the pain right now. I unfollowed him because his tweets just kind of annoy me, but I'm gonna look.
Sorry, we'll get to that stuff eventually.
Yeah.
This episode's been all over the place. This is what
it's gonna be.
This is what happens when stuff happens live.
Yeah, it's trade deadline eve. Like we're not gonna be able to stay on topic. I'm sorry in advance, but I mean, what episode do we stay on topic anyway?
Very true.
The answer is none.
Yeah. So Lou was like an empty net goal away from guessing the Canucks score correct, and I was an empty net goal away from guessing the Sens game correct.
Bastards.
Vetrano literally was skating down the ice for the empty netter. I said the Ducks were going to win 3-1. We all know they won 2-1.
Didn't Ottawa take a too many men call
last night? Oh my god.
Yeah.
The last 2 minutes was like an NBA game for like the last 2 minutes. It took like 20 minutes, dude. And then they played Sweetness twice because they thought it was over. But I think like
Ottawa called the timeout with like 30 seconds left.
No, but with like 2 seconds left, I think Ottawa shot the puck out of bounds, or
it went out of play. Hit the
went
netting.
out of play, and then they were arguing. Like Brady Tkachuk's an angry little munchkin, by the way. He was just angry last night.
That's how the Tkachuks are, man. They
Matthew Tkachuk's at least more endearing, I feel like, but Brady Tkachuk's just annoying. I'm not really a fan of Brady punch ass mother.
But yeah, Frankie V skating down the ice, empty net goal right there, and he shoots it and it hits the side of the net.
Hey, they
totally
are making more empty net goals this season than they usually do.
Are they? I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
that's good to know.
Is that what the kids are doing these days?
That was a game that would not end. That was a game that would not end. They gave away cool gym bags last night.
That gym bag seemed pretty cool. Yeah, reversible, right?
Yeah, because like the picture they showed, it was like the the normal WebD logo, and it was all black.
Yeah.
But then when I got the bag, it was in the Mighty Ducks like side, so that was pretty cool.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, we
Do we
do
want to
have
get
we
into
do
the
have trades
what?
to talk about.
Okay, I was gonna
from
say, do
the
you want to talk about the
Ducks.
trades first, or what's on tap?
Well, let's do what's on tap just because we can get through that real fast. And we'll kind of lump the Duck stuff into the other trades.
Okay,
Just to
that
keep
sounds
it
good.
all similar. And
Okay.
then we'll do ads before we do questions, just for sake of at least some semblance of structure right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we have
Alright.
another 4 games coming
Mhm.
up before we record again, I'm assuming, or are we just lumping these 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can probably record next Thursday as well because the Wild game is
That's
early. It's in
okay.
Minnesota. Yeah. So we probably could pull that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Ducks Stars tomorrow, Ducks Islanders Sunday, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
And then what day is the Hawks game?
Tuesday, they're at the
Tuesday.
Blackhawks. And then Thursday, they're at the Wild.
Duck Stars, what are we feeling?
Jesus.
Well, if it's kind of like the same lineup like it was last night, I'm gonna go 4-1.
That's exactly what I just put. 4-1 loss.
I'm just gonna go 4-1. Hopefully somebody comes back. Anyone, even if it's just Troy Terry.
Euler.
So I'm gonna be the only hopeful one here, and I'm still gonna say Dallas wins with 4 goals, but I'm gonna say 4-3.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Ducks put up a fight.
That'd be nice. That'd be
We
fun.
are 1-0 in the post Sam Carrick era, so
That's true. It's very true.
Man,
Sunday versus the Islanders, by the way, is a lot of things. There's a lot of things going on in that game. I think it's
It's-
Women in Sports Weekend coming up, and they're gonna have something special for that game. And it's also
they did
Chalk
not.
Night.
No, hold on. Before you continue, they did not plan this weekend's game properly.
No,
It's gonna be a mess.
yeah, they
It's
got
gonna be a mess.
Women in Sports Night weekend as well.
Stock night,
It's gonna Chalk Night, so you're gonna get your Chalk Bears.
and
And
they're
then
in
they're
the
also
30th.
having
They're
the
in the
release.
30th style, the 30th
Yeah,
sweater.
yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and
And
it's
then
Vans
the
night.
release of the Vans shoes. That's
Do
gonna
you
be
do
crazy.
you like those shoes?
I like them. The orange ones are a little iffy.
I don't like
the
slip-ons, so I mean,
Yeah, I wish
all
Yeah,
but
I'm
the
not a
orange
big
ones.
slip-on.
I wish the slip-ons were like the classic or the
Yeah, I'm
authentic
not a
and
big
or the
slip-on
old
guy,
school.
and I'm a big fan of orange, but I don't know. Those ones, I like the checkered style,
Yeah,
having the
it
Mighty
just needs
Ducks logo in
laces.
the checkered.
It just needs the
Yeah.
laces.
If I were to buy a pair, like if I were able to, I'd get the black pair probably.
Those ones are actually really good.
I like the Mighty Duck stick
It's just
going around
high
it.
tops. High
Yeah.
tops. I mean, they're kind of uncomfortable if you want to know the truth.
You
I've
gotta break the high tops in. You gotta wear them a
Yeah.
lot.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
It
Well,
also depends on the material, because like I had black high tops that I made like the custom Vans,
uh-huh.
and I mean those things were great because I was able to put like they had like the tread option on the bottom, so like I'd
Uh-huh.
wear those at the rink and I'd be able to actually walk on the ice.
Ooh.
But I had another pair that were like limited edition that had like roses and stuff on them, and it had like a leather ankle, and those things were just super uncomfortable to wear
Mm,
because it felt like it was like chafing my ankles.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It is cool
Like-
though. I like how the Ducks are kind of embracing the Orange County stuff a little bit more lately.
Yeah.
With Vans now,
Um,
and
The legacy ones, the eggplant and jade ones, if you're an OA member, your pre-sale starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for those.
yes, so that'd be Friday morning. If you're listening to this, it might be too late.
Yeah. Well, it's going on till 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Okay,
So you have time.
you have time. So the Islanders game, I'm gonna say, Patrick Waugh returns. Hopefully he doesn't take down the glass in between the benches, but I wouldn't hate it to add some spice.
He did
I'm
that
gonna
against the
say-
Duckfinity.
Yeah.
That was like a couple seasons
Um,
before I became a fan.
Was it? It was
think
that
so.
long ago already? Damn.
I think it was like 2013, 14.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna say the Ducks. I'll say the Ducks win 3-2.
That's an Islander score.
Yeah.
I mean, even without Trots, they still kind of play those weird like 2-1
They
games.
do. Yeah, they do.
No,
They're
I'll
just
go
kind of
two.
a
I'll go
boring
2-1.
team.
I'll go 2-1 Ducks.
Okay.
I'll go 3-2. Yeah, the Islanders are just kind of
Ducks.
boring, aren't they?
I mean,
Yeah, they're not the most flashy.
they're also just not great this year either.
No.
Are they still in a wild card spot?
They're not far off.
Oh, they're
still-
competing for one.
They're still fighting. Yeah.
And,
Okay,
all right,
yeah.
Mouse
they're,
confirmed the raw the Waugh thing was the first couple weeks of the 13-14 season.
13-14 season. Okay.
So they're 4
Jesus.
points behind Tampa Bay for the last wild card. They have 68 points and Tampa Bay has 72. As
Not
does
terrible.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Man, that's kind of crazy. Detroit's just holding on to that wild card spot.
Playing some good hockey.
I don't know. I don't want to watch many Red Wings games.
All right, Ducks, Blackhawks.
Oh man.
I said it's a 5-4 Ducks game. Ducks win. I don't know.
Hopefully
I'm
they'll be
feeling
more
our
healthy
Quacks.
next week. You would like to think. In Chicago,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 4-3. Hopefully we get Leo versus Connor Bedard. Did we get that
That'd be
last
cool.
game?
No.
Or no?
No.
That was Leo. Leo was injured that game, huh?
I
believe
believe
so, yeah.
both.
Both
Yeah.
of them were out because I think right after Leo broke his jaw, or not
I think
Leo,
Connor
Connor broke his
Bedard.
jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 4-3 overtime loss for the Duckies.
Yeah, they got Peter Mrazek that game.
All right, Thursday against the Minnesota Wild, who are like the Western Conference Islanders, where they just kind of
They kind of are. They're just a team that's
Yeah.
there, and they're just like
there.
constantly mid to okay.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't play Minnesota very well all the
Are they
time.
are they selling or buying?
They're selling
Didn't they just traded someone?
Duhaime and
Oh, yeah,
Maroon
Brandon
apparently. Maroon's on the block.
Patrick
apparently.
Maroon's on the Wild.
He's getting
Yeah.
calls. Yeah.
And then Connor Dewar. It's a fun name to say.
Dewar.
I'll say 4-2 Ducks loss. I don't know. I feel like they use up their magic in Minnesota once a year and then like fall back to earth the next time they play them.
Yeah. I'll say
Are they the team that has
3-1.
the Treasure Island on their ice, like a casino, Treasure Island? I didn't know Minnesota.
I can see the logo.
Yeah, I didn't know Minnesota had gambling.
I'll say
there's gotta be
3
something to do.
3-1 Wild.
I'll go 2-1.
So speaking of Minnesota, I was looking at the place they're sending us for our work trip, and it is kind of just in the middle of like nothing.
Is it really?
It's kind of
What's
by
it?
like a shopping center.
What's the city?
Bloomington.
Oh, okay.
It's like
I've heard of that city.
I think it's like
Yeah.
15-20 minutes outside of St. Paul.
Where's the Mall of America?
That's in Minneapolis, isn't it?
Minneapolis. Yeah, I believe it's in Minneapolis.
Yeah, like I looked at the Google Street View and I was just like, oh, it's next to an REI and a car
Oh.
dealership. It's like cool.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's
we
not
do.
far away
we,
from
we
Minneapolis.
we got trades to talk about. We got some Ducks trades.
Yes. Well, by the way, that's what's on tap. Brought to you by Noble Ale Works. Mention late arrivals when you get a beer or close your tab. You get 10% off on game days, home or away. And if the Ducks are at home, you get free game day parking at Noble.
And
Check
boy,
'em
you're
out.
gonna need it. It's
Yep.
just game by game. It's just getting worse.
Sunday
OC
wasn't too
vibe.
bad. But I
Yeah,
did have
Sunday games aren't usually terrible.
I did have to go out of my way to like get back to State College, I think it was.
Where was my parking pass I give you? Where
Right in
was that?
front of Platt College, so the third lot. So past the light, or like you go to the light past on Stanley Cup Way, and you like make a right side there.
Okay, but you still had to walk a little bit.
It wasn't too bad. I did walk to the front of the arena to go like by the Wild Wing statue.
Oh
And
yeah,
that was gated off because they had the food trucks. So
yeah.
I walked all the way down
That's
there
been
and then
annoying.
walked all the way back.
Like the side
Jeez.
where the food trucks are now. That's the exit I go through like
Mhm.
to leave games. And the first time we walked out like a couple weeks ago, and they told us we couldn't go through the walkway. We had to walk out to the street, back to the parking lot to get to our car. It was a pain in the butt.
Jeez. One thing before we do get into the trades, that reminds me, because that work is happening because of the OC Vibe construction. Our drippy Uncle Gary confirmed that once OC Vibe's done, the Ducks might be getting some of the fun stuff finally.
Yeah.
Draft, All-Star game, and outdoor game.
Possibly an outdoor game. Yeah.
Outdoor game that pretty much confirms Angel Stadium, right?
Yeah,
Probably. Yeah.
because if his whole point is to say once there's amenities and stuff to do, you got to imagine that they want to keep people near the arena or
Yeah.
in the area.
Vicinity.
But
Yeah.
They could probably do a lot of pregame stuff for the outdoor game at OC Vibe. So
yeah, because I mean, the whole plan is to connect to the Arctic station and the Arctic connecting to the other side of the freeway. Convenient to use
Aren't
public
they
transportation.
aren't they building stuff around Angel Stadium too?
They're supposed to, but I think now it's just the Arctic stuff because Artie Moreno's a cheap bastard and didn't want to work on the project with the Samuelis. The word on the
Yeah.
street was they contacted him to kind of pitch in on the thing, and like, hey, if you have any ideas, this is what we want to do. And he just was kind of being Artie Moreno and like, it's my land. Grr.
Get off my land.
Ass clown.
Okay, finally, we can talk about the trades.
Do it.
But that's cool though that the Ducks are finally getting that in the not so distant future.
Yeah, couple years away. Hopefully we're back contending at that point, or at least good again. Because
We have a question about that, right?
we did, yeah.
Yeah, we could just talk about that more when we get to that question.
All right. So in order of what has happened, Ilya Labushkin was the first domino to fall for us. Tidy bit of work for
From Pat?
Pat Verbeek, paying a fourth for him and getting a third back.
Yep.
But he goes to the Maple Leafs. The Hurricanes kind of worked as a broker in that to retain a little bit. They also got a pick from Toronto, and they sent Kirill Slepets, whoever that is.
Slippets.
Yesterday was the bigger of the trades that have happened.
Probably the biggest one for the Ducks. Well, maybe.
Probably. Let's be real. It's probably.
Yeah. Probably.
But Adam Henrique and Sam Carrick both go to the Edmonton Oilers. We use the remaining two retention slots. The first one being with Labushkin, to retain Henrique at 50% and Carrick at 50%. But
it sounded like they had to retain on Sam Carrick to get the first round pick.
yeah.
Which I mean, no big deal. I mean,
But getting a first in that deal, that I
that's pretty
don't
darn
think you
good.
really can say that could have gotten any better given
Yeah.
the circumstances.
Pretty darn good.
The 2025 fifth round pick we get from Edmonton upgrades to a fourth round pick if Edmonton wins the Stanley Cup this year. And Tampa acted as a third team involved to retain 50% on Henrique. And then they also get a fourth round pick that turns into a 2026 fourth rounder if Edmonton wins the cup. So some funky things here.
Mhm.
I feel like we've had a lot of that this year, and
Mhm.
I mean, thank God the cap's going up because
Yes.
these
Jesus,
deals are very
seriously.
hard to keep up with when there's like 75 conditions, and this team's retaining this and that team's
Yeah.
retaining that. But I was sad. I mean, we knew that Henrique was going to get traded. And we've been talking
Mhm.
about it, for 2 seasons now, but it still
Yeah.
sucks. Realizing, I didn't really realize until it was said that he played 7 seasons here.
And I
Yeah.
think his last game or second to last game, he's 10th on all-time goals for the Ducks or all-time
Something
in
like that.
points.
Yeah. He went out on a high, that's for sure.
So he's firmly 10th all-time on whatever record for the Ducks.
I mean,
But
it
yeah.
feels like it doesn't feel that long
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, good for him though. And Sam
Mhm.
Carrick.
Hope
He'll
that
get your cup. He
hate
he
to
wasted
say,
he wasted his prime here. I mean,
hope
now
to
go play
say
with the
that
best player in the world.
hate to say that we wish Edmonton wins it, but
It's really hard to
this is the real the real part of being where we're at is selling these guys off. Obviously, you want them to do well, but at the same time, it's just like going to a divisional team. You're just kind of like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
I don't
When the
want them to
Ducks-
win.
When the
But
Ducks play Edmonton later this month, he's scoring on his right.
Probably.
yeah,
Yeah,
Why
100%.
wouldn't he?
100%.
And the team's probably going to be feeding him.
Oh, 100%.
Whenever he's on the ice, they're going to be just like, dude, just set up and we're going to feed you pucks. And you just, you're going to get, one of them's got to go in.
How'd he
the
do
Adam-
tonight? I didn't. How'd both of them do? I didn't watch that game.
I'm actually not sure. Let's see.
I heard that he was on Connor McDavid's line for a while, and then they moved him to Corey Perry and someone else's line, I think.
the Henrique goal from Perry and Carrick's gonna really hurt that game.
Oh, God.
Well, Chris is looking up to see how they did.
Sam Carrick just seems like an Oiler player, huh?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
does.
He
Yeah.
just seems like an Oiler.
him and
Yeah,
his
that's
brothers are from that area too. So
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And me and Jake got that one right, at least with Carrick going to the Oilers.
What did I
during our
say?
hey, I got
Prediction?
Labushkin going to the league
You did,
too.
yeah.
So
You got
I went
you
2
got
for 3.
Labushkin. Yeah, you did get Labushkin right. Lou, you said Carrick was going to go
Elliott?
to the Lightning.
Uh,
Labushkin, you said Philly. I said Detroit for Labushkin.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Like,
I wanted to say
Yeah,
Toronto,
Carrick-
but I wanted to be different, so I said Philadelphia.
Carrick just makes sense in Edmonton.
Yeah. Makes sense for Adam Henrique in Edmonton because now more help for 97 and 29. They don't got to do it all anymore.
So Sam Carrick fought, looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. I saw on
When
Twitter.
the Ducks played Columbus too, he must really not like Olivier.
So Carrick had 738 ice time.
What about Adam Henrique?
No shots on goal. Henrique had a shot on goal. He played 14-14. No points
Or-
for either.
And he's number 19 now, huh?
Yeah.
Because I think Matthias
Ekholm's-
Ekholm has
yeah.
14.
Ekholm's
Yeah.
14.
That's a weird number for a defenseman. And Sam Carrick still has 39, right?
Probably.
I believe so, yeah. But yeah, so that trade happened, man.
Good for them, though. Go get that cup.
Say
I don't.
Yeah, they
I don't really want to root for him, but
we're really
I can't.
waiting here
if it's an
for the real
Edmonton, if it's an
blockbuster.
Edmonton Toronto final, I'm definitely rooting for Edmonton. I ain't
Yeah.
rooting for Toronto. Can't do it. Can't do it, man.
What's the real blockbuster?
The Jacob Perreault trade. Come on. It's what we're gonna spend the majority of the time talking about here.
Oh man, yeah. Go ahead and read that one.
So you know, obviously we had the sad day that was yesterday, but the real kicker for Pat's trade deadline this year was Jacob Perreault finds a new home in Montreal for Jan Misak, I believe is how you pronounce it. I do not want to say
Misak?
Mysak because that is just a gimme joke.
Yeah, it's either Missick or Mysick. I don't know. Missick sounds right though. But
Just
yeah.
It's
kind of
not.
a change, one of those change of scenery trades. I mean, from everything Felix was saying, it sounds like Perot will thrive a little bit more in Laval or up with the Canadians, just because he's not going to have to be a two-way guy. He can kind of be the shooter that he's kind of billed to be.
Yeah.
JD, a bunch of numbers. Sorry, dude. I'm not gonna read all your numbers. But he said it's Mishak.
Mishak?
Yeah.
That's funny because that's Duck Duck.
Oh, it is.
JD bunch of numbers.
My bad.
Sorry, Jason. We'll make up for it. We'll send the A's tweet in a couple of minutes.
Oh yeah.
Mishak.
Can you send that tweet? I don't think I've seen it before in the group chat.
I like Mishak. Mishak will take us to the love shack.
It's better than again calling him my
Oh,
sack.
that song's gonna
would-
be stuck in my head now, you asshole.
Love shack. Sing it, Lou.
So
No, it's okay.
a pretty busy week for us.
Yeah.
Do we feel like anything happens tomorrow?
Maybe Frankfurt Toronto, maybe, but I don't.
Maybe. That's like last week when I said that I was hesitant on having us predict for Toronto because I wasn't 100% like sold on him being moved, but there's still that possibility. Obviously, he
There
might.
There was that. Did you guys see that? That the Ducks offered Frank Vetrano and Adam
Yes.
Henrique for Capo Caco in the first round
Yeah,
pick,
dude.
and they said no. Rangers said no.
I wonder how close that was. Like, I wonder if they like were contemplating it before they said no, or was it like a quick no? Was it I'll call you back tomorrow? No.
I mean, I feel like if someone has intel on that, it probably was serious enough to be considered. But
Yeah.
given kind of where we're at, where like it took Gensel being traded tonight, before
Mhm.
tomorrow, and like
Yeah.
this late into the night, it could have just been one of those, hey, yeah, we could come back to this, but we want to look elsewhere right now.
You think they
Yeah.
do Frank Vetrano and the Edmonton first rounder for Capo Caco?
Yeah, but I mean,
You know what I want them to do? Frank
Hmm.
Vetrano and the Edmonton pick for Martin Netches.
Oh,
I
from
think
Carolina?
Yeah, from Carolina. I think that's a trade that they definitely should do because he
I
fits
mean,
what the
wonder-
Ducks want to do. Like,
Yeah, I wonder if Carolina even wants to.
I mean, if you throw
Actually
in the
move
first
him.
round pick, because they just
Yeah.
gave their first round pick to Pittsburgh. I mean, they'll have
Yeah.
a first round.
Yeah.
So
Should be interesting. I kind of
And-
hope one of our wild card trades go down. Jake, I mean, maybe
Max
not
Jones?
so much. Jake had Lundestrom going to the Canes.
I don't know if that's happening now, but it could.
I have Silverberg going to the Stars.
No, that's not happening because the Ducks don't have any more retention, and I
Yeah.
was told
Yeah.
today that his contract's not very pretty.
And Lou, you said Vox. Vakanainen is. You didn't give us a team though.
I didn't.
No.
Who
You want to
needs
give one
defensive?
late?
Yeah, who needs defensive help?
Trying to think of who
I
was
feel
being
like
talked
a lot
about.
of teams always need defense, just
I mean, yeah, you
regardless
can
of
never
team.
really.
But
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm feeling the Stars. Euro's gonna play against the Ducks tomorrow. Let's go with that.
Okay.
That just seems like a Stars thing to do.
Yeah.
Play with Heiskanen, have the Finnish pair out there.
And Yanni Hanky Panky.
Yeah, I forgot about Hawk
I
and Paw.
Hanky
I
Panky.
will say the whole Perot thing. I'm gonna have to go back. I told you guys this in the group chat today. I'm gonna have to go back and clip our like preseason predictions. I'm pretty sure I said Perot was gonna be like a maybe not a regular on the team,
But he'd
but I
play
said he
some
was gonna
games.
crack the lineup. I said he was gonna crack the lineup. I said he was gonna be a third or fourth liner. I can't remember. I do remember specifically. I said he's gonna get like 12 to 15 goals with the Ducks. I need to clip that, and I'll have to post it. Because I mean, hey, you got to eat those sometimes. That's
Yeah, I
probably
think
one of the worst predictions I've come up with. If someone wants to do the work for me and clip it for me and send it my way, that'd be great.
I'm
But if
pretty
not, I'll
sure
do
my
it.
prediction was Tyson Hines coming up and playing a bunch of games.
Did you? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm
We may
pretty
have
sure.
to go and revisit the
I'm
start
pretty
of the
sure I said
season
that. That sounds
because
like
I mean,
something.
I
that we-
feel like we should do that regardless, just to see
Yeah.
our
Just
final
to see how
standings
bad
at
we
the end of
were
the year.
wrong.
Because I know
Yeah.
I had the Devils being like the best team in the league, and look where that
I
got
think a
us.
lot of people did. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, they still can be kinda if they just go get a dang goalie, but they just refuse to.
Yeah, they're not feeling the goalie stuff.
Our friend JD bunch of numbers said so did I, Jake. So did I.
Yeah, I just pulled up our standings that we predicted before the season started, and me and Jake had the Devils first in the division. Oh, so did Lou.
Yeah, I
And
think we all
Connor had
did.
the Devils. Connor had the Devils in second behind the Hurricanes.
Well, we were a bunch of dumbasses now, weren't we?
You know, we
Uh.
like I said, we're never gonna be the pod that has the intel, has the the down low of the nitty gritty. We are the vibes and divine intuition podcast.
Yeah, we've always been the vibes since the beginning. We were born on vibes, so it's not changing. That's just the way it's going to be.
But hey,
Let's see.
You know, it be like that sometimes.
Before we move on to any other like news around the league, trades and stuff like that, I do want to give a quick shout out here to two brand new Ducks related podcasts that are new to the block. We got some new
We
dudes
got
on
new
the block.
ones.
Yeah, one is Royally Quacked. And it's going to be it's a
ITR?
Ducks. No,
Okay.
no, these are two just other Ducks fans that I know of. Royally Quacked, Ducks and Kings podcast, and then the
That
Ducks.
Emily and Anita?
No, Royally Quacked is.
Aren't they like a Kings and Ducks?
They are
They-
actually.
They
yeah.
are, but this is I don't know his first name, but his at on Twitter and Instagram is Spinco.
Okay, I think I've
he
heard
listens
of
to
that.
the pod every now and again.
Yeah, Cody
Cody.
Spink. Yeah,
I think I've heard
Him
of
and
him.
his-
Or
it's
seen him
it's
around.
him and his dad. His dad's the Kings fan. He's the Ducks fan, obviously, and it's called Royally Quacked. So go check them out. I think they have 2 episodes in so far.
Yeah.
So go check them out. And then the other one is the Ducks Pondcast. Let's see.
That's a cool name. Puncast?
Yeah.
That's topical.
This is from the guy who does the Anaheim Ducks memes page on Instagram, I believe.
Nice.
I don't know if
But
I'm familiar with that.
he's getting that started.
That's cool. I hope they both
Yeah.
succeed.
Yeah, so go follow them on Instagram.
We definitely
and-
need more podcasts covering this team,
Yeah, I mean the more the merrier.
but we'll
Get
never
all
be the
the-
voice of the Ducks fan.
We will never
No,
claim to be the
we'll-
voice of
we'll-
all
we'll-
Ducks fans. We
we'll
welcome
never-
all. We
We'll never
welcome
be the
all
voice of the
voices.
fan.
Old and new voices are welcome in our community. We are not the only voices. We love you
Even
all.
if we try, we just can't achieve that.
But yeah, so shout out to those two again, Royally
Yep.
Quacked and the Ducks Podcast. Go follow both of them on Instagram. And yeah, go check them out.
Yep. Good on them.
All right. We did have another coach fired. Lindy Ruff finally
did,
got
yeah.
fired, which about
Lindy Ruff.
We
Probably
technically,
two-
the
2
Ducks
months too late.
Yeah. The Ducks
Yeah.
technically didn't get them fired, but they kind of did.
Lindy Ruff is now on the streets.
God, remember how bad we were down like a few years ago when the Ducks had beat Nashville and then they fired Peter Laviolette the next day?
Yeah.
I think we were like excited for that.
That's the most powerful I think we've felt in like 4 years.
Yeah. I think that
Felt pretty
happened like
strong.
2019.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah. Felt pretty
Something.
strong in that
It was
moment.
before the world ended.
Yeah.
Yeah. Felt pretty unstoppable. And then COVID hit to
But the
put us
Kings
all
got him
in
fired,
check.
unfortunately.
But yeah, Lindy Ruff gone. Travis Green takes over as the interim head coach. We'll see if he stays.
Hey, he finally changed his name, so I don't have to call him JD bunch of numbers anymore. But he said,
Did
thank
he?
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Wow. Changed his name live.
But he said,
There
he said, thank you, Ducks Kings.
he
Yeah, the other day when I was at the game, I just didn't understand Alexander Holtz being on the fourth line. That like made zero sense to me.
He still has time to become a Duck, by the way.
Yeah.
We are 14 hours, 51 minutes, and 38 seconds away from the
He
trade
also
deadline.
he said no, he is mine.
Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see, man. Once Pat opens up that can of Monster, anything's possible. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, that's his
Monster Pat.
spinach. Like Popeye. Monsters are his
He
spinach.
just gets absolutely juiced
Yeah.
once that monster enters the bloodstream.
Yeah.
Before we get into anything else, too, I do want to say that the Big City Greens Classic is this Saturday, the second installment.
That's the cartoon, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna keep asking because I have a
That's
memory
fine.
of a
You can
goldfish.
keep asking. That's okay.
Yeah.
But
We
yeah,
don't
that's
think any less
Saturday.
of you, Lou.
Yeah, it's fine. That's Saturday. Penguins Bruins this year. I already forgot who it was last year. Rangers and somebody.
I know it's I think it was Rangers Capitals.
Okay.
I
Penguins
mean, that
Bruins.
sounds right.
Penguins Bruins. So you can watch that Saturday on ABC. It'll be on ESPN Plus. It'll be on the Disney Channel and Disney XD and also Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But yeah, Disney will have the fun presentation, all the animation and all that, and then ABC, ESPN Plus will have the normal broadcast. That is at 3 Eastern. So for all you Pacific people, that's noon. So have some lunch and watch the
some
Big Green
cartoons.
Classics. Yeah. It's your Saturday morning, early afternoon cartoons right there. But yeah, that should be fun. I like that they do that. I'm glad that it's kind of like turning into an annual thing.
No, I'll tune in, but I don't know how much I'm gonna be watching of that.
Yeah, I'll tune into the animated thing for a little bit, and then I'll probably flip to the normal feed. But it'll be cool nonetheless.
Well, as much as everybody wants to hear about Anthony Mantha going to the Golden Knights or Zakhar Bardakov becoming a
Those
Colorado
assholes are just gonna
Avalanche.
repeat, aren't they?
I
don't
hope
know.
not.
They just
still-
are.
They still got.
I think we
some-
just need to accept it.
They got some proving to do. You know. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone will come back from the dead on Easter. Like it's just that's a fact of life. But let's just hope this time
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Are we speed running through all the trades that's happened so far?
We'll list some notable ones here. Tarasenko pulled a slap shot and said, "Trade me right fucking now."
To
Went
Florida.
to Florida.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
his family was living in Florida, which I did not know that.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
That's where all the Russians go now.
Yes, so.
Florida's a wagon.
They're gonna. I mean, the rich get richer.
They're a lot of fun. Yeah, they're a lot of fun to watch.
And that's a cool market to be in, Miami,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, Miami / Sunrise / Fort Lauderdale.
South Florida. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
Bowen
scary for
Byram
years.
got traded, which was kind of
Oh,
random.
that was the
That
big
was
trade. That was
that
the
was
big
out of
trade.
nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Byram for Casey Middlestat was kind of one of those holy shit trades. New York
it
did get a
was-
center, got Lindbergh.
Yeah, Rangers got that was a good one for the Rangers, I feel like.
So the Sabres didn't want to pay Casey Middlestat, pretty much.
I guess
I
not.
guess not. Yeah. Byram too made his debut tonight for the
And I
Sabres
think he
against
scored,
the
didn't
Preds. He got a goal and an assist.
Oh wow.
Sabres did
I mean-
lose though, 4-2. I don't know
That
why that
boy-
reminded me of one of those
Insert
Angels
the-
tweets.
Yeah.
Insert the Chris Paul meme.
The
Hit
Chris
to
Paul.
3 to cut the deficit to 30 or whatever it is.
Oh yeah. I mean, their blue line is pretty
It's
nasty.
pretty stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
They could
just
probably move some pieces out too to get some offensive help at some point.
just so weird that they just can't get it together right now.
Yeah.
You'd think they would by now.
But yeah,
You would
like
think, but
like
here the
yeah.
Senators are all these years later, and you'd think they would figure it out, but
Yeah.
Yeah, my fear is the Ducks will end up like that. They have the core pieces, but they just
Yeah, I hope not. I mean, I feel like they're in a better spot right now than the Sabres were a few years
Yeah.
ago.
yeah.
But yeah, we'll see, I guess. But yeah, like Jake said, Venberg, however you say it, he is
That's
now
a-
a New York Ranger.
That's the guy, the Seattle's All-Star representative, or was that someone else? No, that was Oliver Borkstrand, huh?
Yeah,
yeah.
Bergstrand.
the Islanders are currently beating the Sharks 6-2.
6-2. All right.
At least from what their tweet 3 minutes ago was. Maybe more, knowing how very fast the Sharks games change nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, weren't they up like 6-2 on Dallas the other day, and then they lost like 7-6?
It was like 6-3 in the third with like 9 minutes left. I fell asleep and I woke up and I see that the Stars won. So
There's a
Wow.
lot of goals with a lot of games with 6 goals tonight. The Islanders already have 6. The Caps shut out the Penguins 6-0, and Calgary had
6-0, yeah.
6.
Jesus. Let's see. Sean Walker got traded finally. That's been the talk of the
I was
town.
saving that one for last because
Okay, we'll
I-
wait then.
I had a customer laugh at me today because of how passionately I was talking shit about Ryan Johansson being dumb.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I was on one. I was
Oh.
he was laughing so much just because I was like, he's a piece of shit. I hate him. I'm glad he's in the minors. Like, oh my god,
Right.
it was a real Rip Bozo moment. I was like giddy, just like, yes, he's
Nice.
gone.
I'm
least for
glad
now.
he's I'm glad he's off the Avs because I've always liked watching the Avalanche and I couldn't stand seeing him in their jersey, so that's nice.
Can we talk about how can you root for a guy like that? You know, I
Bozo.
I wonder what it's like. You know,
I'm just so
Big
glad.
bozo.
I was worried today that the Ducks were going to claim him.
Yeah, like I said, I can't remember if we were even recording, but like I said earlier, I was afraid when he got put on waivers right away. I understood the contract situation, but just knowing how my luck has been with getting players that I hate,
Like
the
Radko
latest one being Gudis, and it was Garbett before that, and just feel like we're always getting guys that I like truly just cannot stand. Like
I
at
don't know.
least
I
lately.
really like Radko now.
Oh, I love
love
him.
Radko.
Yeah, I'm like a huge fan now. I didn't think I would ever feel that
He's like
way
one of the
towards him.
players who were like, if he's not on your team, you just can't stand him. But if he's on your team,
Yeah.
you want to go to war with him.
Yeah, like
I'm sure
he's-
that's how Corey Perry was to like
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
And then
It's a lot of
Big-
fan bases that have now had Corey Perry are like, oh wow, I really like Corey Perry now.
Yeah.
Like Montreal and especially
Tampa,
Dallas. Like
yeah, Dallas. I'm sure Edmonton maybe likes him.
yeah. Yeah. Edmonton. I know.
Well, I don't
Edmonton fans
know if he
definitely
doesn't
had a hard
perform.
time.
If he doesn't perform for him, I could see them turning on him like quick.
Yeah.
So Lou brought up something last week that I want to touch on because I was kind of like, I don't know about that. But last week on the topic of Gudis, he brought up a good point of Gudis does he fills the Getzloff role right now. He does the head bumps and the
Yeah,
fist
he's the
bumps
last
off the
one.
ice.
Yeah, every win he's the last one off the ice.
I'm starting to see the vision, Lou.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think he might be the next captain.
I don't I don't know if it's going to happen, but I mean, I would not be surprised one bit if he does become the captain. I think
We don't
he had the A last night, I think, didn't he?
I
I
think. Yeah.
believe so, yeah. But I don't know. I kind of feel like we're starting to hear more and more that just the guys love him.
Yeah. But
And it seems like a lot of the guys, it's more, I mean, granted, also he's playing on a team with a lot of youngsters, but I don't know.
Yeah.
They seem to hold him in high esteem, and it seems like a respect thing. I could see it. I apologize for kind of brushing it aside last week, Lou. I see the vision
no,
now.
yeah, I just you could just tell they love him and respect him, and
I really would not hate that.
no, not at all. That would be a great
Yeah,
choice,
that'd be.
honestly.
I'm at the point now where I'm gonna be sad if we can't make the playoffs with him on the team
Yeah.
because I want to see playoff Gudis on the Ducks so bad,
And just him
and I
just
just
screaming at a goalie in his face.
and the thing that sucks is that we're not anticipating the Ducks getting there for at least another 2 years. So he'll be 2 years older, and hopefully he's still as dominant.
But if everything breaks right, maybe next year we could maybe at
Yeah,
least taste it. A
yeah,
taste
because
of it.
I would not hate him finishing his career on the Ducks at
Oh,
this
not at
point.
all.
Like I absolutely love having him on the team. It's
He's by
crazy.
far Pat Verbeek's best free agent acquisition. By
Yeah,
far.
he was a very, very
He
good pickup.
he's been billed as advertised.
Yeah.
And we can't forget that when it first was announced, everyone was like, "Oh, this might
Yeah.
be a little rough." And here we
Yeah.
are. It's nice that it's cool looking back on how the last year has been with the pod in many regards. But do
Mhm.
you guys remember last year when we were sitting here talking about the deadline stuff and how miserable it was? Because we're
Yeah.
just like, okay, they're going through the things that they need to go through. They need, they're selling the guys they need to, and oh yeah, Klingberg's return was pretty shitty, but like Nestorenko's going to be really good, and
Uh,
it'll work out in the end. And it's like this year, like we're losing, and obviously it wasn't the step up we thought was going to happen. Not that we had lofty expectations, but
yeah.
I'm happy that we can sit here this time around and actually be like, you know what? Yeah, they're gonna probably still have a lot of work to do in the next couple seasons, but like there's at least kind of a light finally. Where last year I felt like it was just like get us to April, let's just be done with this and forget that this ever happened. Like
Yeah.
if I could wipe my memory, let's just get rid of that spot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice being able to talk about like okay, like they're brought it up on Twitter. Does Pat try and swing a deal before tomorrow's over? I don't think he's that crazy to just willy nilly throw a first out there, but given what he's done this year, he kind of has the cards in his hand, and he could do some crazy shit before
He
tomorrow. We
could,
don't
yeah.
know.
Mhm.
Give me
Um,
Martin Niches on this team, please.
it's just nice being able to look forward for once instead of just like
Am I
okay,
saying his
yeah,
name right?
yeah.
Or is it Martine?
Uh, I
Or is it
think it's
Martin?
Natchez.
I know, but is it like Martine or Martin?
I think it's Martin. I can hear it in the Hurricanes play-by-play guy's voice, and I'm pretty sure it's Martin.
Is he Czech? Or
I think so.
But yeah,
well,
Yeah, I
he'll
think so.
I'm
he'll
happy
fit in
we're
with our Czechs on our team.
Yeah.
I'm happy we can be happy this deadline because
Yeah.
Pat's getting the job
Yeah.
done.
Hopefully, this is the last time they sell off.
Would be nice. It'd
And
be
maybe
very
next
nice.
season they can maybe soft buy.
Yep.
Before we get into questions here,
Do we have any more trades to announce? Do we go over the freaking 500
think-
Vegas trades they went
Oh,
over?
I mean,
I
we
think
don't need to
we
give them
covered.
attention, but they did
Yeah,
get
I feel like we-
Hannafin.
Noah
They did get
Hannafin.
Hannafin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Noah
they did
Hannafin.
get
And then
him.
didn't they extend them like 8 years?
They're talking about extending
Or
him, I think.
that hasn't happened yet.
I don't know. So much
outside
shit
of
has happened.
yeah, Joel. The Leafs got Joel Edmondson from the Caps. That was kind of decent for them, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, their blue line is still kind of not good, huh?
No.
But they could just outscore their problems pretty
Yeah, I was
much.
gonna say just
They
win
could.
every game 7-6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony Beauvillier was traded to the Preds from the Blackhawks. That's not much of a big move. The last one that I'm interested in is the Lightning getting Anthony Duclair.
Duclair.
Yeah, from the Sharks.
Keep him away
he's
from
gonna
the
kill it.
Pacific Division, please. Just keep him away. I'm tired of him kicking the
I'm
Ducks'
excited to
ass.
see him. I'm excited to see him with the Lightning. I'm interested to see who he plays with.
Every game he plays against the Ducks, he scores. Every game.
At least he's in the East now. We'll see how long
And
he
the-
stays over
yeah.
there. But
Oh, son of a bitch! They play Tampa Bay this month in Anaheim.
Well, we know who's scoring.
well, Jesus, we
We
just
can
can't get away
pencil
from
in
him.
one goal for that game.
We can't get away from this guy.
I know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Nothing too crazy has happened since.
Oh, we'll transition into questions here in a sec, but if you want to go to the game tomorrow and or Sunday, where
we haven't even done our ads yet.
Where can our fine
Yeah.
people go, Lou?
714 tickets, promo code LAP. That's LAP. LAP. I always
go
ask
check
this,
out
but is it case sensitive?
I still don't have an answer for you.
I think you can do either. I always just do it
Yeah.
caps just because we type in caps.
Yeah. So yeah,
But promo
tomorrow.
code LAP?
Well, if you're listening to this on Friday, the Stars are in town tonight. Go check them out. Duck Stars.
Don't blame me if you
Ducks-
don't use our code for tomorrow's game, because tomorrow's game might be bad.
Yeah.
But if you want to go to Sunday's game, that'll be fun. Chalk night,
Sunday's game,
Vans night.
Chalk night, Vans.
Get there early so
yeah.
get you your shoes in the bear.
Yeah, get your chalk bear. The bear is like a lot bigger. I've
Is
noticed
it?
this year. Yeah, I
I've-
got one. I have a Gibson one, a signed Gibson one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always get one every year because I like
Yeah.
chalk.
I got this one with this jersey.
That's a great one.
If you're not watching and you're listening to this,
It's
I got a
the
Gibson.
reverse retro Wild Wing.
Yeah, the breakout Wild Wing breakout
Breakout.
one.
Cheapest ticket tomorrow, section 425, row S, 26 a seat.
26.
And if you use promo code LAP, what's 10% off of $26? That's $16.
I am going to check for Lou to make sure that there's case sensitive in here.
Is that $16? 10% off 26.
I believe so. Yeah.
Look at me doing math, man. Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me.
I was watching that clip earlier today because it's just so funny. Still, after all these years.
Love me some Paul Rudd.
Yeah,
So,
that's a
if
meme
you
that
if you buy tomorrow's ticket to tomorrow's game in that section, you get $2.60 off for a
Oh, yeah.
total of $23.40.
it's also a $5 Friday tomorrow, so go get your tasteless popcorn.
Go get a glizzy. Go get a glizzy.
Get your
Yeah.
$5 beer. I think they have $5 beers.
Yep. If you're in Illinois, Tuesday night, the Ducks are in town. You're in the Chicago area, you want to see the Ducks. I know we have at least one person, maybe two, that are friends of the pod that are in the Chicago area.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yes. Go to
Who?
714tickets.com.
Who are they, Chris?
Use our code.
Why don't you tell me
know-
who they are, Chris?
You know the Twitter account Delorier Delorier's, what is it? Delorier.
Or Four Moms or something.
Yeah, she used to be her Moms for Marner was her ad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know who that is.
Yeah. Or if you're in St. Paul, the St. Paul area, the Ducks are in town on Thursday. You can also go to 714tickets.com and use promo code LAP, LAP, for 10% off, 5% future purchases. And then the last one here.
And
Go
if
ahead, Lou.
you need something to wear to go to those games, you go to Shift Hockey and get you a cream hoodie. Promo code LAP10.
Promo code LEP10. I I definitely think you should go to shifthockey.com, grab a hoodie, and wear it to one of the games, and maybe a Shift Hockey hoodie and match it with a Ducks hat or something. Go really nice.
Buy
But
your
yeah,
world
LEP10.
famous Anaheim Ducks hat at the team store.
Yeah, world famous.
Oh, I forgot to get that. I gotta get that hat tomorrow.
Yeah. But yeah, LEP10 at shifthockey.com. I was gonna say, I shared a tweet. Lou talking about cream reminded me of it. That minor league baseball team called the
The
Dairy Daddies or whatever.
the
Dairy
Dairy
Daddies.
Daddies.
Yeah,
Dairy Daddies.
Danville Dairy Daddies or something. Outstanding.
Fantastic.
The
Bravo
mascot
to
is
whoever made up that name.
the mascot, if I'm remembering correctly, is wearing our Phoenix tuxedo.
He's wearing a what?
shirtless with
Just
jeans.
jeans.
I think he's shirtless with jeans. I'm pretty sure, and he's got like a nice like 6-pack going on. And in the mascot, the cow, his name is Creamy. I think.
And isn't
Creamy.
there like
Or
slogan
Nick
"Get
Creamy or
milked"?
something? I think something, but they instead of the Field of
Yeah,
Dreams, it's the
Mouse
Field
is
of
saying "Get
Creams.
milked."
The Field
I
of
just
Creams.
love
That's
that.
just fantastic.
I just love that minor league baseball just has
Dude,
just the
yeah.
horniest team names and just
Yeah,
stuff.
minor league baseball team names are just fantastic. All
They
of
really
them.
are.
No
will
one will
s-
ever top the Portland Pickle mascot having to have the team explain that he was giving the thumbs up and not showing everyone his pickle.
Yeah, I will
Isn't there
say
like a biscuit one?
Yeah, the Montgomery,
Montgomery
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
I still have a
Yeah.
Biscuits hat somewhere.
Yeah, I will say that minor league hockey teams, they're finally kind of reaching that point where they're getting a little more creative and nutty with their names, but minor league baseball still is just the top. Like they rock.
I mean, the
Um,
old days you had good teams, like even the serious ones were cool, like when the Thunder used to have the Thor logo. But
Yeah.
you had like the Modesto Nuts. Like
Yeah, shout out to Modesto Nets. I used to go to their games a lot. They had like $5 beer Fridays too, and that was
Nice.
fantastic. They used to be the Modesto A's.
Oh, okay.
I wish I would have gotten a hat from them because their uniforms were basically like the A's uniforms, but in Modesto.
Modesto.
yeah, I don't
It's
remember.
like the only redeeming part of Modesto.
I don't remember what Hockey 365 question we did last week, so I'm just gonna read. I know we did the Sabres one.
You did the Sabres one because you said it was mainly for me.
Okay. Did we do the predict who would have the most eventful deadline? I think we
No.
did that one. Because
I
the
don't
other
think we
one
did.
was what fan base do you most enjoy interacting with and which is the
okay.
least enjoyable? I don't
Yeah,
think
we
we
could
did
do
We
that
that
already
one.
one.
did 2? I thought we only did
We
one
didn't
of
do the
3 so
fan
far.
one. I know for a fact we didn't do the fan one.
We did the first one because this was a small batch. I remember.
We didn't do the
Oh,
fan
okay.
one. You want to do the fan one?
All right.
Or do you want to do the trade one since it's trade one?
Let's do the fan one. We've talked enough.
Yeah.
We've vaguely talked about trades, but you know.
All right.
I mean, it's kind of hard to say at this point because there's so many that have happened that
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there's really a clear cut winner just yet.
Yeah.
But most enjoyable fan base to interact with and least enjoyable. Least enjoyable, I think we're all gonna say Preds just because
Yeah.
the history there, but
Yeah.
Preds and Kings for me are up there with some of the least enjoyable. Outside
Maple
of our
Leaf
friends,
fans. Maple Leaf fans are
Outs-
just ass.
outside of our handful of Kings friends, a majority that I have to deal with are not very pleasant. But
Brian said you're welcome.
Sometimes it's not
not
even
gonna lie.
like sometimes it's
I mute
Ryan that
Ryan. I mute Ryan during Ducks Kings games because I'll get
for me
irrationally like angry, and I just
for
don't want to get irrationally angry, so I just mute him till like after the
for
game.
me for me it's like a tweet that Ryan will either interact with or retweet of mine or like quote tweet, and it floods with like Kings fans that I don't follow that I just don't like, and I get them in my mention. So a lot of times it is Ryan's fault. It's not Ryan like actually doing it, but he's like
He's the
assisting.
catalyst of
The
Yeah.
things
catalyst.
happening.
um, but let's see, most enjoyable. I've I've met a lot of cool fans recently. Ever since we started this podcast, I've kind of met a lot of different fans from a lot of different fan bases, which is really cool. Um, I would say a lot of Coyotes fans that I interact with are pretty decent. They're pretty funny, good people. Maybe the
Ryan
Hurricanes.
Ryan said I actually have to tell people to stop harassing y'all sometimes.
Really?
I mean, we do the same, but I kind of feel
me
like
too.
our group of
Me too.
friends kind of, or at least our circle of people that follow us know that Ryan's a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, we're as Ducks fans, we're not in a position to be talking shit right now. We're just
No, we're
not.
really not.
We just need to know
Really
our
not.
place and just not talk bad.
We can talk after we beat somebody because it's like, wow, you lost to us.
Yeah,
Idiots.
yeah.
But yeah, I'd say maybe the Coyotes or Hurricanes, maybe for an enjoyable interaction.
I'm
Can't
trying
think
to
of anyone else at the moment.
Like, there's not really too many that, I mean, I know we have like run-ins with certain fan bases, but
Why doesn't Duck like Kings fans?
because of Eric
Devils and
Holla.
Canes have a Devils and Canes have a nice little
Do they really?
thing
Yeah,
going. Yeah.
because Holla kind of like threw shade at the Hurricanes, and it's a big old thing.
Oh, speaking of the Hurricanes, I want to say the Canes stats Twitter account tweeted out that the Hurricanes have yet to lose in regulation to the Montreal Canadiens ever since the Canadiens did the offer sheet to Aho.
Yeah, I feel like those two fan bases have ever since that happened, they just don't like each other.
Yeah.
By the way, you
Hurricanes
just
are
reminded me
10
after
0
reading
2.
that stat, you just reminded me the Senators don't have a win against any Western Conference team on the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But right now it's
Huh?
in the third period. They're beating the Kings 2-1. So
Hmm.
yeah, well that's a weird stat. Don't have any
Yeah.
Western Conference wins on the road.
That is very weird.
Yeah.
Randomly,
I'll
I would say like Tampa Bay. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like Tampa Bay fans, just because they've won so much, they're not just complete dicks.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's like they at least understand like we've been there and like we got good all of a sudden. I mean, it's kind of weird to say for a Florida team, but
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pleasant. And Coyotes
Yeah.
fans are for the most part are pleasant. Just except when
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
when
It's
Troy
like when
Setcher
any
does
it's
stuff. I mean,
well, he's gone now. So
oh yeah, he got traded. Where did he get traded to?
Edmonton.
Edmonton, yeah.
Oh, of course he did.
But yeah, any fan base, if you dive in deep enough, you're gonna find some pretty crummy people. So
Yeah. There's always bad apples.
yeah. But yeah, that's about it, I would say. Before we get into further questions, I do want to give a shout out to Connor McDavid. He reached 100 points again.
Yawn, it took him this many games.
Yeah, this is
his
a down
7th.
season for him.
It's his 7th 100 plus point season.
It's a down year and he still has 100 points.
And it's still the beginning of March.
He became the 3rd player this season to reach the 100-point mark. And it's something he's done in his career more than any other active players. This is the list of most career 100-point seasons. Wayne Gretzky had 15. Mario Lemieux had 10. Marcel Dion had 8. And then McDavid, Mike Bossy, and Peter Stasny all had 7. So McDavid, I can see him getting to 10 and tying Lemieux. Not sure he gets to 15, but who knows?
Does he break Wayne's point record?
It'd be kind of funny if we witness like Ovechkin getting the goal record and then like it being broken again in our lifetime, like it's Austin Matthews doing it or something. That would be fun.
I kind of feel like Ovi doesn't get that record because Caps aren't.
He's slowing down hard
Yeah,
this year,
yeah.
but
The Caps aren't
he has
good.
been
And
scoring. He's been scoring more of late, though. I think there was something tonight. He has like 10 goals in his last 15 games, or 15 in his last 10. I can't remember the.
they're
It's one of
starting
those.
their bad.
It was
era.
probably 10 in his last 15.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, them and the Penguins are like crumbling at the same time.
Yeah, it's so weird
how
that
the
they're
mighty
probably not
have
going to be in the
fallen.
playoffs.
Yep.
What would you say?
I said how the mighty have fallen.
I know. It'll be nice though not having to see both of those in the playoffs anymore. You know,
Yeah.
new teams are just always nice.
Yeah.
But to answer that question, I would say Tampa Bay or Arizona, except when Troy
Okay.
Stitcher is a dork.
When he's a dork.
Yeah, when he's a dork, I don't really care for their fans because then they just get obnoxious. But
All right, Lou.
let's get these
This first one's
questions.
kind of calling you out, but the flow, Mr. D Flow, asked should you be in and out before 11 a.m.
well, Mr. Flo, Mr.
Well,
Flobert.
actually,
Actually, Mr. Flobert, anytime is the right time for a burger. And today, for the first time, I tried a mustard fried burger from In-N-Out.
Mustard fried's pretty good.
The only
Proud of you,
problem
Lou.
is I did not know it came with pickles. So while I didn't mind it, I just kept getting the taste of crotch in my mouth from the pickles. So it kind of,
god.
but it was a learning experience. Just get it without pickles next time.
Glad the
Be
crotch wasn't too bad for you, Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You at least stomached it. You're a trooper.
I'm sorry, but pickles are terrible. Pickles are horrible.
I will
They
agree
taste-
that there's always a you know, like there's always time for a burger. You know, I
Yeah.
will agree with that.
There's
like,
always time. It's the perfect time
always.
is all the time.
Well, and it's okay when
Yeah.
they open at 10:30. Like the one by my
Yeah.
house opens at 10:30, and I'm leaving
I think
for
that's
work,
just the
and
time
there's
they open
already
is
a
10:30.
line. Like,
Yeah. You want to
Yeah.
get, I mean, put an egg on it. There's your breakfast.
I'm just gonna have a burger without an egg. Thanks.
Okay.
all right, our next one comes from Zoggy. He asked, "Do you think that the Ducks make any more trades?"
I think they make one or two more, maybe.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it a little bit
I'm gonna cap
earlier.
it at 2 though. I don't
Kind
see
of
them.
hoping maybe
don't-
one more. I kind of want one of our, like I said earlier, I kind of want one of our wild card trades to happen, just
Like,
for the
just-
fun of it.
Like a secondary player, like a Max Jones.
Yeah,
I could see Tampa Bay wanting Max Jones. That seems like a Tampa Bay move.
realistically, I
Yeah.
feel like if anything, Vetrano moves, and it's like one big swing at the end. But at this point, I mean, there's not really anything concrete out there outside of the rejected offer. So if there was something to happen, I'm rooting for chaos.
Yeah.
But do I see it happening? No. But I'll say one just for sake of the question.
Yeah, I'll say one.
What about you, Lou? No?
Just one or two. One or two more trades.
Okay. Next one comes from Barry, and on the topic of our recently departed Ducks, so where would you most like Rico and Carrick to sign next year?
I don't think anyone, Sam or Adam Henry, are coming back. But I mean, I would like to see Adam Henry back.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, I can see Carrick sticking with the Oilers if it works out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could too, yeah.
Yeah.
He screams either flame or Oiler
I
to me.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think Sam was bad in his tenure with the Ducks. It just we can have an upgrade in that spot.
He's
Yeah.
what everybody wanted Nick Delory to be. He was
Yeah.
tough and he could score. And he didn't take anyone's shit. I kind of feel like having him and Delory on the ice at the same time was detrimental at times.
Yeah.
As was having him on the ice with Ross Johnston a lot this year.
How many more years
Yep.
does Ross Johnson have? Is it like 2 more years?
He has 1 or 2, yeah.
God damn.
But I could see him playing for like a Edmonton or like a Dallas, just like one of those teams that just hits you hard.
Who, Sam Carrick?
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see him a star. That or just staying on Edmonton or Dallas.
yeah.
The two
Yeah.
Yeehaw teams.
Henrique, it'd be cool if he came back to the Ducks, but I don't think it happens. And I
Yeah.
think maybe he goes to like maybe a team that wanted him that couldn't get him at this
Yeah.
deadline. Maybe he goes to like the Rangers. Maybe he goes back to the Devils. Maybe the Bruins grab him.
That'd be cool if he went back to the Devils.
Yeah, I can see him going back to the East though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less opportunities to hurt us.
Yeah.
Our next one comes from Jack. Jack said Uncle Gary paid a visit and mentioned that the Ducks could host one of or maybe combined an all-star game, draft, outdoor game once the OC vibe is complete. Which of the three would you rather go to? If we're looking realistically at like time frame here, I would say probably outdoor game because construction is going to be a long time here on OC vibe.
Yeah.
We're at least looking at like 4 or 5 years out. So realistically, we should be in like decent competing shape. So I would say outdoor game personally.
I think I'd rather go to the outdoor game just because the lead up to it, everything that happens like the day of. Maybe the All-Star game might kind of match that with like the fanfare, and they have like they'll have stuff at the convention center, but I don't know. The outdoor game is a little more. It's more about your team, where the All-Star game is about the entire league,
Yeah.
which is fine. But I think if I had to choose one of the three, I'd definitely go to an outdoor game. More so, especially if it was at Angel Stadium, and it would be a lot of fun. I just remember going to the Ducks Kings at Dodger Stadium, and I would love to go to another one. It was an absolute blast. So
What do we think
outdoor
the
game for
dress
sure.
code theme would be?
Mm.
I mean, if you're keeping it in proximity and doing it at like Angel Stadium, do you save yourself the embarrassment and not wear baseball stuff or like Angels stuff? Because I know I sure as hell wouldn't want to do that. But I could see
No.
them maybe going baseball theme. Like,
I think they should just go all out and just dress up. They would have to dress up as Disney characters.
I don't know. If it's like a winter classic, it's just gonna be like an old timey look, which
Well, I can promise you it's not going to be a winter classic.
yeah, so it's gonna be a big ass freaking D with the big ass numbers. It's just gonna look a mess. I just prefer a winter classic if we get one. But I would rather go to an outdoor game, I think, just to say
Yeah.
I've been to one. But a draft would be pretty cool.
it would, yeah.
I'm sure an all-star game like live would be cool in person, but man, on TV they're rough to watch.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be pretty fun around the area too.
Like I'm sure it's 100 times better like an all-star game live. But yeah, no thank you.
All right. My next one is from Mr. Rudolph from CTP said, if you
Well,
had to trade one person from Lap, who would it be and what would you want in return? And yes, I'm
So
trying
messed
to
up.
cause a fight on the show.
So messed up. He's trying to divide us. He's trying to ruin our family.
Ryan said,
say,
pigs have flown. PLD goal. You mean future Bruins legend, Ryan?
I'm gonna run with what Jack told us to say in the group chat. He said easy cop out answer to Jake would be, we already traded Patrick to the Hockey News.
yeah, we did. That's my answer,
And
Jake.
our return was just the vibes that he
Sadness.
provided.
We're
Yeah,
not falling for
sadness
this
and
bait, Jake.
you will not divide this family.
You're not going to divide this family, pal.
Damn
You're just
home
not.
wrecker.
Home wrecker. Breton.
So I don't know about you guys. We have been running a little long. We cool with maybe banking. We'll do one more and then bank the rest for next week.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
one more and then the mouse. We always got to do the mouse question.
Yeah.
One more and then the mouse. We can do
So-
the max one, or
I was gonna do Duncan's and then we can answer Max's next week.
Okay.
oh,
Yeah,
Just
okay.
because
Duncan's is more
Duncan's
about
is
the trade
pertaining
deadline.
to the deadline.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Duncan asks, what does a return for Vetrano look like? Also, what camp are you in on trading him? I'd rather re-sign him if possible. Love what he has done here. I'm also I really don't want to trade him. It's just with his value being as high as it is, it's kind of hard to not see potential to get something out of it.
Yeah.
At this point, with how desperate teams might be for scoring, you got to think who still wants a winger and would be willing to take on all of his cap hit right now. I mean, since we don't have a retention spot.
Yeah. Vegas is still
personally,
looking.
Vegas is looking.
Mhm.
It's just what would Vegas give back?
Yeah.
Brendan Brisson. They're not doing that.
I
They're
don't
not
know.
doing
That'd be a little that'd be a
I mean, he's their
little
best
much.
prospect, right?
Probably. I mean, they're certainly in win now mode. They're not really kind of caring what
Ducks
they're
have the
giving
leverage,
off.
though. The Ducks have the leverage. They could ask for a hefty price.
And it's been reported that they are asking for a very hefty price.
Just
yeah,
give me,
it'd be nice to get a first.
Yeah.
If we get another first, I mean, then you have 3 to potentially. Well, shouldn't say potentially. You're more than likely going to trade the package at some point over the summer.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
just think
I'd
You-
want a
you-
prospect back. You know, I'd want an actual human.
yeah.
you
Um,
package
back in this one?
Yeah, you package the one they got from Edmonton with Frank, and then you try to get Martin Netchus or Cabo Caco.
I mean, if you're
Capo Caco would
Verbeek
be
and
nice.
you've clearly shown interest in Kako, I mean, what's going back to the table and trying to hammer something out again? Because I mean, if his name's included there, clearly
Mhm.
there's some intrigue of wanting him on the team. Which I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say no to that.
And you're trading for the former second overall pick. I mean, you're not getting anything else.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the
Um,
Kings just took the lead 3-2. So it looks like
w-
Ottawa is probably going to lose to another Western Conference team on the road.
The second part of that question, what camp are you in on trading him? At first I was all for trading him just because, I mean, even a month ago, his value was pretty high with how he was. I mean, he's having a career year. As we've gotten closer to the trade deadline, though, I've been on more of like the keep him side. Especially like within the last week and a half, 2 weeks. I've already said it, but like even when we were talking about it last week, I wasn't 100% convinced that the Ducks were even going to move him. We'll see what happens within the next 14 hours here, but I'm definitely on the side of keeping him because I also do. I like what he's done with the team, and um, I like his presence in the on the ice, and he seems to be very well liked in the locker room. He just seems like a really good teammate, and it's nice to have that. And the Ducks are vibing with him, so
I just
it's not the end of the world if they trade him. It's not the end of the world if they keep him, in my opinion. So just see what
I
happens, I
just
guess.
don't think he's the long term
I
in
don't
their long
either,
term plans.
because he has one more year after this, I believe, right?
Yeah. And I mean, the thing I think everybody's also aware of is he is going to regress.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
maybe,
maybe
maybe
that's
not.
part of the hesitation from certain teams. But I mean, if you're a team that's desperate and wants to win this
He
year,
has a
you
team
almost
friendly deal, and teams could definitely take on his contract.
exactly.
But
Um,
I mean, if the Ducks are competing next season, I mean, maybe you don't trade him.
And then there's always the talk that you could maybe even move him next year, but who knows where his value is going to be by then? You know, it could be. I don't think it's going to get any higher than it is right now, just
I
because of
think
the
if
season he's having. But
this is a big
I
if,
don't know.
but if you don't trade him next year, if the Ducks are like contending for a wild card spot, and if he's having a decent season, I mean, he can help you for the playoff push if that
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
big old if.
But I think you still trade him.
Yeah.
We shall see.
All
Just
right.
refreshing my feed here to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Well, we will get to our squeak of the week as always. And so this week, Ryan, for us has you see us as you want to see us in the simplest terms, counting 1, 2, 5. Are you the type of man who put the poison in his own goblet or his enemies? I'm doing my part. What are y'all's favorite cult classic films?
Have you guys seen Rat Race?
Yes.
Probably
I
Rat
have
Race.
not, but I have heard of it.
Like it's such a like a unknown movie, really, but it's
I
pretty
really
good.
enjoy Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I fucking hate that movie. I hate Matthew Broderick with a passion. He sucks.
What?
He's a shitty actor.
I feel like I grew up with him because he was like in everything. I remember he
He
was in that Godzilla movie. He was Inspector Gadget. Like I grew up with that guy,
no,
man.
that guy sucks. He needs to find a different line of work.
I'd say that or like The Outsiders. I like The Outsiders. Stand by Me.
Outsiders.
Stand by Me is good.
Is that the Patterson, New Jersey high school movie?
What? Which one?
Oh, that's Lean on Me.
Lean on Me. Yeah.
It was like,
Stand
what?
by Me is the one with the kids where they find that dead body.
Oh,
As I say, first time chatter Paito said, "Hey Simba, fuck you." um, if we're going like serious movies, I mean, you gotta put Fight Club up there.
Fight Club. Yeah.
I would say top 3 would be Fight Club, Animal House.
yeah, Animal House is always good.
I would say Clerks.
Clerks. Oh yeah,
I
Clerks
can
is a good
quote
one.
Clerks. Just I walk around work just all day, more often than not, and there's at least one Clerks reference in there.
Nice. Sorry, I can't get over the
Uh,
Simba thing. Hey,
is
Simba,
uh
fuck you.
is Harold and Kumar?
I'd consider that one. Yeah,
That's a good choice. Yeah.
I didn't like the first one really, but I like the second one.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
they have Road Trips up there. That movie's pretty
Road
funny.
trip.
Yeah, Tom Green.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like Friday too.
Friday's a good one.
too. Yeah, there are plenty.
Well, Ottawa just tied it.
Haha.
Yes, Ryan. He said Friday. Why in all caps?
Is
My
that a
son.
is that a not A cult movie? Cult classic? Why
So
am I
Lou,
an
you
MFer?
motherfucker.
Why am I an MFer? What did I do? What?
What do you say fuck me for?
What do you say fuck for? Yeah, is oh I spoiled.
Spoiled what
the
happened in the
game.
Kings
The
game.
game.
My
Okay.
bad. I didn't know you were in a
But yeah.
delay. I'm in the future. I'm sorry.
So that is final. That's it. Yes.
One more. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Oh,
That movie's really good. I'd say that one's a classic.
Yeah, I can't really think of any more.
Well, I mean, that's a good place
All
to
right.
end. We've been going about 2 hours.
Yeah, that will be it.
Is
from
Napoleon Dynamite a
episode-
cult movie?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah, I'd say it is.
Yeah, probably Napoleon Dynamite.
That's a good one too. I forgot about that one.
Fitting. Lou brings that up.
Eat your food,
Unc-
Tina, or
Uncle
whatever he
Rico.
said.
Uncle Rico. Yeah.
Uncle Rico.
All
Is
right.
that our title for this week?
Can
Just-
be. I was
just-
gonna just. I had
Uncle
trade
Rico.
season, but that's too easy, and it's not very clever.
It could
But yeah,
be
that's
he's
it from
It could
episode-
be he's Simba.
He's Simba. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Matthew Broderick
From The Lion King.
voices Simba.
Oh, he's Simba.
Anyway. Yeah, he voices Simba.
Well, fucking The Lion King's a shitty movie, so
Jesus.
that tracks.
That's it from us here for episode 78 of the Late Arrivals podcast.
Lion King
Thanks
is
for
the worst
sticking
Disney
around.
movie.
Thanks for sticking around. If you made it this far, it was a longer one.
Circle of Life, my ass.
Excited to see what trades happen once this episode is released
Stick
Friday
your Hakuna
morning.
Matata up your pie hole.
Make sure you like and subscribe everywhere you can, wherever you can find this
Means
video in
many
video
worries.
form. If you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, leave us a rating and review. Yeah, follow us on social media everywhere at Late Arrivals Pod. Go check out our link tree in all of our bios. Link tree in bio.
Stupid-ass
Yeah,
movie.
check everything out. And we will see you next week, probably Thursday night again. And let's hope for some craziness with the finish line here of the trade deadline. 14 hours to go. See you next week.
Let's
Have a
hope
good
this isn't
weekend.
outdated when it comes out.
Yeah.
Hakuna
Yeah.
Matata, this ratio.
All right, bye.
Stay breezy.
What the fuck was that?